So I was reading Jamie's book Results, and I came across he mentions imposter syndrome in passing, and I think it's a much better definition of imposter syndrome. He says, "I was no stranger to the feelings of insecurity that often follow on the heels of inspiration, sometimes referred to as imposter syndrome." Let's hear that again, shall we? So he's defining imposter syndrome as the feelings of insecurity that often follow on the heels of inspiration. Feelings of insecurity. What did we learn that the etymology of imposter was? It's imponere, to put upon. To put upon. So we have a flash of inspiration, and then and everything kind of makes sense, and we we're present to life and all it has to offer, all of its wisdom, all of its guidance that's just right for us, beautifully contextual for the direction that's waiting for us, that's best for us. We have a flash of that, and then very naturally, very understandably, the mind comes crashing in with its jackboots and stomps all over it. It's the feelings of insecurity that often follow on the heels of inspiration. And I know I've shared with you before the etymology of both of those words. Of insecurity, to be secure is se cura, to be without care. So insecurity and cares come from the mind. Without the narration of the mind, there are no cares. So insecurity essentially means a busy mind. That's all insecurity means. And the other part of that definition is on the heels of inspiration. Well, the etymology of inspiration is inspirare, which is the breath within, the God within, life being breathed by life. So we have a moment of being breathed by life, of like, oh yeah, I know what I want to do. I know what's right for me. Oh, I feel so enthused. Again, there's another one. Enthused, enthusiasm, entheos, the God within. I mean, it's right there, right under our noses all the bloody time. If you're enthusiastic about something, you experience the God within, and then you get insecure. And all that means is that this chirps up, the lid comes open, it starts spewing out all of its stuff, just like Michael Singer was talking about. It's like, well, there's a whole load of stuff in there, and all it's going to do is go, well, I want this and I don't want that. And we've narrowed our experience down to, well, I'm not going to be happy unless it's X, Y, or Z. And that's, I say, we narrow it down to that. No, the mind narrows it down to that. There's nothing we have to do about that at all, but be aware of what's going on. That's what Wellbeing Wednesdays are all about, is becoming more aware of how it works. So we don't have to be so freaked out by it. So we don't have to take it so seriously. So, James and Divi, yeah, you can't eject this. You can't get rid of it. It's got all your stuff in there. It's got all of the experience that your mind body has accrued over the years. And so what comes out of it is going to be, in that context. There's nothing you can do about that. And there's nothing that you have to do about that other than to see that, oh yeah, no, that's... Yeah, well, that's just what it is. Don't have to take any of it seriously. It's not, none of it's true. It's 0% true. It's not sentient. It's just the output of an algorithmic computer that you happen to have in your head. That's what makes the difference. That's when imposter syndrome just stops being a thing. Certainly stops being anything that you have to worry about or take seriously.